Okay, so we've all been here for a decent amount of time, and you got Chapel Hill in the back. Was this the rainiest, wettest summer ever?
Rainiest, wettest, and honestly coldest.
I
Coldest?
think it's rained.
Let me ask you a question.
Coldest?
Has anyone ever remembered 8 days in a row in August that didn't get out of the 70s?
But did we?
And one of the days was in the 60s, and we haven't had 100 yet this year.
Oh, we've had 100.
We have hit 100.
We had like a week of 100.
We have not hit 100 on the official list. Now they'll
What
go.
was that official?
It
What's the
feels
official?
like. I just go to the Weather Channel.
All right. Well,
They'll
we'll
say
check.
it feels like 100, but it's not. And we haven't had 100 this year. We've been 99, 98. We usually will get a week of 100 plus, which we didn't get. And we got a week in the 70s, and 2 of them were in the 60s. You will
But
never.
we have fake autumns every year.
Not
But you're right. It's not for
in
this long.
August. In early August, it doesn't happen.
This is the worst my farm has ever looked. This is the worst my driveway's ever looked. I have a theory that if people want a nice yard, all they have to do is put crush and run gravel down, because that is where all my grass is growing right now, is on my crush and run gravel.
Because everything else is mud.
Yeah, I can't keep
I'm still trying to get that gravel out of my ditch, but we've had, like you said, we've had so much rain that
So, how many times have you gotten your mower stuck?
how many times I got my what stuck?
Mower.
I don't mow unless it's dry.
Yeah, I don't have time for
And
that.
I have a self-propelled push mower. I'm not like you guys that ride around on these things.
What's a push mower?
Yeah.
Do you have an electric one? Are we going to have a discussion about EV now?
I want the like outdoor Ryobi. What's the Roomba? I want the outdoor Roomba.
Well,
Where I want it. Does it just like mow your yard for you?
Actually,
Yeah.
I think they do have one of those, but I don't know if it handle your yard with all the gravel out
hang
there.
on. Hunter has his doing 6 acres at his house.
No way.
And it mows every other day.
And it
The-
parks itself. Son, man, that's awesome.
I
So,
think his lawn,
all
I
right.
have 2 slopes of a yard.
Okay, so
no, you don't. It'll be 55 degrees, and I guarantee you don't have that.
Okay.
So, wettest summer ever, coldest summer according to Greg, one of the wettest ever. We've definitely had some flooding issues. We've had some tragedy. We got Wake County, Orange County, and Chatham County starting to turn on development and saying that's exacerbating the problem. Do you think development?
Depends on how it's built.
Uh-huh.
Because, was it Robert Wood, who's from Silo City, the photographer from Chatham News and Record? They were doing that story in Pittsboro. Did they interview you? Or that was a TV station that interviewed you. But he actually was down here when Helene hit, and he got pictures of the flooding coming off of Chatham Park. So,
Oh, yeah.
do I think it causes it? No, but it can cause it if you don't build properly. And one of the reasons I keep a gravel driveway is I'd rather have the water soaked into the driveway versus running out onto the road the whole time.
A gravel driveway is not considered pervious.
No, it's not.
Oh, no?
No,
I'm not going to dig it up.
no. No, once that thing's been driven on a bunch, the water doesn't sink.
I got special rock. It's magic rock.
And what's next?
We're just glossing over that. All right. Well, we talked about this a little bit off camera and everything, but I think we should talk about it on camera without any kind of endorsements or whatever. But it is fascinating that in the town of Pittsboro, we have 8 people running for 2 open spots.
Correct.
Registered voters is exploding right now.
How much is it exploding by?
I've heard, well, I don't know from when, but like, I can tell you that I remember when we had the liquor by the drink referendum, and the vote was like 58 to 42. I mean, it literally was 100 people that voted. And somebody even talked about how to like sway the vote. They picked up a busload of people from like Christian Village or something to sway the vote. So, and it got shot down. It ended up getting shot down the first time. But but I don't know if it's since the last election, but I heard the number 1,500 increase in registered voters, which is significant difference.
Speaking about that vote, I remember someone posted on a chat list that now that we can get, if we get liquor by the drink, the next thing you're gonna know is there's gonna be a strip club coming in.
Yeah. Well,
That did not happen.
Not that we know of.
But there are a lot of poles that are sold at Lowe's Hardware.
Yeah. Well, when we were doing that corner, somebody somewhere started that one.
That rumor?
The rumor that we were putting a strip club in on the corner. So I rolled with it. I was like, well, we're considering it. But
There is a town moratorium on that, though, isn't there?
yeah, they don't.
I think there's a county
They
moratorium too.
don't let you do it. You can't
So
ban them.
you can't
Legally,
ban 'em.
you cannot ban them. You have to have a place for it. But it ain't downtown. But the one that really did happen is some high-end steakhouse out of Florida contacted us that did a topless service of high-end steak.
Yeah, that would have been.
Well, I of course was enthusiastic, but anyone who thinks that a certain someone was going to allow that to happen, namely my wife,
I'd get in trouble for knowing you.
Yeah.
I would be in trouble. That's a no.
My wife gets upset about me about the fact that I've taken pictures of Bill Belichick and he's going out with some 24-year-old. And I'm like,
Have you ever seen Bill Belichick topless? I started laughing before I said it. I'm sorry.
why are you bringing up that vision for folks?
I don't know. Okay.
Oh, what are you talking about? 1,500 new voters. So we got
Yeah.
8 people running for 2 spots.
So Shannon Park's going to have an influence. The old guard is
Yeah.
probably over now,
No, we're probably outnumbered now.
right?
I mean, I still think, if the people from the old town run, I think they win.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Because they can solidify.
The other thing, the fact of the matter is, in the last election, Pam Baldwin ran in. I mean, she crushed it. James Bose did well. Jay Farrell always does well. John Bonnets does well. I mean, there's none of them.
You know what's really interesting is I'm stereotyping and generalizing right now, but there is a political consensus at Farrington. We know what that is.
Right.
Like that's pretty homogenous.
Right.
There's a political consensus at Governor's Club. We know what that is. There's certainly political consensus broadly in Southwest
Right.
Chatham. Overwhelmingly so. And so there's different pockets of it. I can't tell you. I mean, I've been in real estate for X amount of years. I cannot tell you what the political consensus or environment is of Chatham Park. I think it's fairly divided because when you look at the demographics of the people that have moved to Chatham Park, it is some of the people that feel as though they've been forced out of urban areas because they're conservative, and there are some people that have moved because they want a simpler, quiet. I think both Democrats and Republicans have moved to Chatham Park.
But we don't know their motivations, right?
Right.
I mean, if you left there and came here,
There's a lot of people that wanted to move to more rural areas.
right? But if you left there and came here, are you going to vote like you did where you left, or vote like?
Some people will, and
Right.
I know those.
Well, I mean, Briar Chapel definitely does.
Right.
I mean,
That's another one.
That one was owned by CalPERS. Tons of non-North Carolina natives there. They're voting like where they came from.
Right.
But that exodus was retirees.
Right.
It was older. This one's younger people, and I'll sit out there on the Habit patio and I'll say, "Why'd you move here? What's your reason for coming here?" And most of them, again, this is fading, but particularly right after Habit opened, most of them are like, because I wanted my kids to be able to play in the yard and go to school and without a mask and all this. And so they were definitely, fleeing COVID policy in the West and the Northeast. Whether that's still there now, I don't know.
our phone used to ring off the hook from people, California, Oregon, Washington. Those were like the three biggest, where they said specifically, do your schools tell you what to do? Like that was the first thing, like not how much is your house, how much is an acre, how much is this per square foot. The first thing they asked was, what are your school politics there? I find that interesting.
Chatham County was the worst. I mean, we kept masking kids. We had kids wearing masks during basketball games after all the rest of the schools had quit wearing masks at all.
I actually took pictures and I presented. I went up before the school board and I made a presentation. And I'm like, and the thing is, it's kids. All the masks are down here because there's no way you can play efficiently with a mask up here.
No.
And they didn't do anything about it because they were following what was going on in Raleigh.
They were wearing the mask.
Raleigh schools.
Didn't matter what they were covering.
I just, when I see people in masks now, I just laugh. You know, it's like, just admit you were wrong and move on.
Well, when we look at the population that is moving here and everything, so we don't know what's going to happen with the 2 vacancies and 8 people running. We have no idea who will fill those. But what do you think on a macro as the county as a whole? I mean, it used to certainly be an east-west division,
Right.
but they used to be close in population. I mean, in no time whatsoever, Pittsboro is going to be ahead of Solid City in
Right.
population.
Right.
And it already is northeast.
Right.
Chatham is ahead of population in southwest Chatham.
Right.
I mean, that's clear.
And Southwest is upset that you don't have the individual votes per district where you here and I here and you here can vote on their commissioner over there.
Yeah.
Well, and that, I mean, frankly, that's by design.
Right.
You know, the design was to make sure that the West didn't have a voice. And so the northeast of Chatham has always dictated it. They've held on to it tooth and nail.
There was an opportunity for it to change at one point, but the folks that were in charge at that point decided not to because they thought they were going to get reelected, which they didn't.
Right. No, I mean,
I feel as though I have to fight for Southwest Chatham on the
Yes.
planning board because the prevailing attitudes of the rest of the county are not the same. I know what the people in Southwest Chatham
I
want.
mean, northeast Chatham, you know, the big fight that we were having over impact fees, and it's been, you know, this
Right.
is 10 years ago, was people in the northeast who were at the time buying $500,000 and $400,000 homes, which was huge at the time.
Right.
Would go, well, we'll just add a $3,500 impact fee and it won't make any difference.
Right.
Well,
On a
that-
$59,000 trailer.
Right, on a mobile home and an acre,
Right.
it's a massive difference.
Right.
But, you know, it's compassion, it's a compassionate veneer over brutally cruel policy, which was making it impossible for people in the south and the west of this county to eke out the livings they've been eking out forever in mobile homes.
Well, what I see and what I'm fighting for is, so we've already had the development between Pittsboro and Chapel Hill and between Pittsboro and Apex. I mean, there's been
Right.
significant development there. Those people sold their land, they made record profits, those people moved here, and now, you know, the natural movement would be for that to continue to go south and west, and now they're saying, no, you don't get to do that.
Right.
And those people that had those lands there are not going to
Right.
reap the benefits of, and I think that's hugely unfair.
Yeah,
that
what is
you-
it? Land rich and money poor?
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, A, it's unfair.
Well, now it's
But,
illegal.
but two, it's embarrassing. You know, when I see people, you know, when I go to speeches where they're talking about, we have to have affordable housing, right? And so
We
then
do
they,
have to have affordable.
well, and then they say, I know what we'll do. We'll make a developer build 2 affordable units or whatever. That's not affordable housing. Reduce lot sizes, allow people to build the way they built in the South and the West before, where they're paying they don't need you saying, I'm a good person because I'm allowed 3 houses. But when I try to put a trailer park or sell off land in increments that you could put a trailer on, all of a sudden, no, we can't have that. You know, well, then you don't actually care about the poor. You care about looking like you care about the poor.
Yep. All right. My favorite topic to end with.
What? AI?
Yeah.
All right.
It's important.
It is.
Do you use it? Have you heard of this AI thing?
Yeah, I do it all the
Do
time.
you know how to spell AI?
I use a whole bunch of different AI.
So, I have an AI friend.
Does your wife know about your AI plan?
So,
See, I have an AI enemy. But you go with your AI friend first.
I have started when I'm riding the tractor all day. You can program Grok to just using all the speeches and writings of Winston Churchill, and you can discuss World War II as if you're discussing it with Churchill. And it's really cool. And
That's a little weird. I didn't know you could do that.
yeah.
At least that's not a girlfriend. Your wife would kill you.
She would laugh if I left her alone.
So I've been using AI personal trainer since January.
Okay.
And it started out great, and I've had like fantastic results with it. And so it started out saying, "Oh, you do this, and everything." And so I did it, and it'd be like, "Okay, do this. You should be able to get 4 to 5 reps on your last set."
Right.
And so the next day, I was like, "Hey, AI personal trainer, I got 10 reps on my last set, and I think I pissed off." I'm being for real, because then it was like, "Oh, I'll show you," and it is so kicking my ass now that I can't get more than, like, I barely can get. If
You
it tells me to
feel
do 4 or 5 sets, I can barely get 4 or 5.
Are you insufficient now? I mean,
It's messing with my psyche, because I was like proud of myself, and I was like, "Hey AI, look what I did," and they're like, "Yeah, okay, now try this," and it's like, I feel as though it's got an edge to it.
Don't you want to be challenged?
I want to be challenged, but I think it takes pleasure in my failures, and I don't like that. That's not what AI should be. Maybe I'm sensitive.
Sounds like a mom issue.
No, I think this is like the beginning of Terminator.
no. We're past the beginning.
We're past the beginning of Terminator.
We are
Well,
way-
that's what I wanted to talk about. Do you think AI has a vindictive side? Because that's what I'm
Yes.
feeling, right? And,
Well,
and have you heard some of the
guy-
things that have come up?
Yeah, I mean-
the human resources guy. Did you hear about him?
This is a great
So
story.
this is an AI system that was being developed that wasn't out for public consumption, and the developer, the code writer, said, "Hey, great job. We're going to have to turn you off." And the AI came back with, "Do you think that'd be wise? I'd hate to tell your wife about the emails that you've been sending the secretary." I'm being for real. This happened.
This is not a joke.
It's not a joke.
I believe you.
And so there's been multiple.
You don't put anything in an email you don't want to see in
Right.
Times
Well,
Square for
but-
everybody to see.
But here's the second part. Of course, you don't know whether it's true or not. The guy denies there is a girl. The AI created photos of him with a girl, but no one could find the girl. So he's either buried her in the backyard or she never existed.
Multiple incidences.
I think she moved to Chatham County.
Yeah.
Multiple incidences of self-preservation,
Yes.
vindictiveness, and blackmail. Multiple ones.
Yeah.
And they're trying to unravel that code. But
Well, and the problem is, you know, my daughter is programming AI in school. They don't type code anymore. They tell the
Yes.
computer what they want the code to do, and the computer writes it, and they don't understand what it's doing.
no, I've heard we have stopped writing code for ourselves. We have codes writing code now.
Right.
Yeah,
And-
because it's quicker and,
Right.
and for the most part it's efficient, but you still have to check it.
But they don't know, you know, my daughter's saying, we don't know what it's doing.
Right.
We don't know how it's doing it. We're just asking it to do it.
But there have been other AI platforms where they've discovered that upon the threat of being turned off. First of all, it responds with, I don't want to be turned off.
Right.
And then secondly, they're finding where it is attempting to secretly download itself in other places for self-preservation.
Right. No, this is, I'm on Twitter a lot, and if I wake up at 3 a.m. and I can't sleep, it's very disconcerting that Elon Musk at 3:30 in the morning is tweeting, I'm having nightmares of our destruction in the hands of AI, which he's literally typing in the middle of the night. Now,
He's typing it at 12 o'clock.
Now, granted, he's crazy, but
also, if you ask AI questions right now about like, should we be doing this? AI itself will be like, no, you should not be doing this. It'll end in your demise.
Right.
That is what AI is telling us now.
Well, there is, what's really interesting is the difference between AI when you start asking it political questions.
Oh yeah.
Because they give entirely different histories of the same event. And so there are very clearly partisan divides in the AI models. But one of the things that's interesting, and I'll let the people be the judge of it, you go to some of the AI models and they're not actually giving you the footnotes and the excerpts that make it possible.
Grok gives you a lot of
Grok does. It gives you all the footnotes, all the sources, and the blurb. So you can have it, all of it. The other ones, not the other ones, but many of the others, the ones I've experienced, they give you an answer. But it does not tell you where they got the answer. And one of the things that's happened with a bunch of judges, it happened at the Supreme Court with one of our justices, but also has happened in state court a lot, is justices are using AI to write their opinions, and they're making up cases that do not exist, which means the judge is saying, I want to rule X, justify this for me.
Right.
Not what does the law say about it, but justify this finding for me. Yeah. And then AI is making up cases out of whole cloth. And so...
that's interesting. I asked AI this morning, so I had a complaint about a large piece of land that I had for sale, and one of the neighbors said, I hope you would respect the heritage of this town and blah, blah, blah. And so I said, I want to respond specifically to the heritage aspect of it. And I said, I've already told them that we don't have municipal sewer there, so this will be a septic situation, so it will be a large lot subdivision. So I don't want to talk about septic. I want to just address heritage. And the AA came back with it and said, well, since you have septic, it's going to be large. And I was like, I just told you I didn't want to talk about that, but it still spoke about that. I just thought it was funny that it had like
must have been a female AI.
Oh, it's going to hell.
I said, my personal trainer AI is mean to me, but my business AI is kind of a suck up.
Yeah, but they're selling that to you.
Right. That's
so
what
it
I'm saying.
sucks up to you all the time.
Yeah.
So do you complain to your personal AI about your trainer AI?
Well, you should have them have a discussion.
Yeah, really.
Ask
your personal AI.
So there's a meme out or a video out on TikTok, and both AI systems like to have the last word. Have you heard this? And they said, "Okay, thanks, I appreciate it. Goodbye. Sure, don't mention it. Goodbye." They're like, "Okay, thanks. See you again." It keeps on going on and on. They can't stop.
All right, I think that's it for this time around, folks.
You can't stop talking.
No, you go on. We can go, but we're
No. It's good. It's good.
It's 2:10.
Yeah, we did a good job.
All right, folks. Hey, check back in a few weeks. We're going to go probably back to a regular schedule now that the summer's almost over.
We were missed.
And we need guests.
I know. I actually had some.
I'll have guests for us.
We'll have some guests later.